12 Days of Christmas. It's go time. 805-543-3693. Today we're going to add 2 more prizes. We have 12 trivia questions, all right? If you unlock if you get the answer right to question number 1, you'll unlock question number 2. You could win the whole thing right now today. And we haven't even revealed all the prizes yet, Jeff.
Right.
You can win the whole thing right now if you can answer all 12 trivia questions correctly.
If you answer all 12 trivia questions right, you're going to make our jobs extremely hard because we've not planned for that.
Hi.
It would drive a wedge into our plans.
What is your name? Good morning.
Good morning. This is Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. All right. We're going to give you a shot here to win the 12 Days of Christmas.
Awesome. Sounds good.
But first,
turn your radio down for us, would you?
It is.
Okay. Jeremy inspired the 12 Days of Christmas earlier this morning by opening the show with it. I thought it was so good that it needed a repeat performance. Dee Snider and Twisted Sister doing the 12 Days of Christmas.
Little metal Christmas.
Tattoo you'd rather have, Tim Tebow or Ozzy Osbourne?
What'd you say?
Which tattoo would you rather have, Tim Tebow or Ozzy Osbourne?
Probably Ozzy Osbourne.
See, I would go with Tim Tebow because
you have to.
The unknown when the afterlife. I don't want to show up at the pearly gates. If my choices of showing up at the pearly gates are Tim Tebow or Ozzy Osbourne, I'm going Tim Tebow all the way.
All right, we're going to sing the 12 Days of Christmas. Well, to you now. Today we had 2 more prizes. We'll see if Kevin can win them. But you have to get question number 1 right. But first, on the second day of Christmas, Jeff and Jeremy gave to me 2 remote control toys from Hobby headquarters at Atascadero. And a 2-night stay, dinner, and couples massage at the Dolphin Bay Resort and Spa. We got Marlon here from Hobby headquarters. Hey, Marlon, how are you?
Hi.
Tell us real quick about these 2 toys that we added today to the 12 Days of Christmas.
Well, we have a couple different ones. One's a quad that actually has a big camera on it, or a camera you can control. And another one is actually an airplane that takes off vertically and becomes a regular flying forward airplane. So
it's pretty cool. It kind of looks like a fighter jet, but it actually takes off like a helicopter. And then, like you said, it takes...
What do the Army call those things?
They have VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing.
That's pretty badass.
I saw one of those at the Paso Robles Airport once. It wasn't doing anything but sitting there.
Yeah.
And it's the blades on those things are massive.
Yeah, the Osprey.
Pretty cool. And then the other one is pretty much, I mean, it's so funny how technology moves on. This is a full-on drone with a camera, and it syncs up to your phone, and you can see where you're going and record your neighbors. No.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm sure some people do. I'm sure some people do.
I know Kevin's sitting here right now probably thinking, oh, yeah, I'm going to go record her at her house.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That translates to my wife is listening.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. We'll see. We'll see how you do here today in the 12 Days of Christmas. Jeff, you got the questions?
Yes, I do. All right, first question. Name the 4 albums that made it to the vinyl 4.
It's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band versus AC/DC. Then it was Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon against Nirvana's Nevermind.
There it is. That's all 4.
That is
Congratulations.
all 4.
The 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. And there you go. We got the answer to number 1. Let's see if we can get the answer to number 2.
I'm just trying to figure out which one I want to do here. Question number 2. Who was the man in the box this year?
Kyle.
That is correct. Good job.
Oh, wow. Look at this. We're moving. 10 more questions to go.
Matt Cross only comes in on Fridays. He is the entertainer of the year, according to New Times magazine. Thank you. You see, I hold his title in high regard. He recently opened a bar. What is the name of that bar?
Broad Street Pub.
That is correct. Good job. You're moving.
Technically the Broad Street Public House, but we'll give it to you. That's question number 3. Kevin's making some headway here. All right, 12 Days of Christmas, question number 3.
All right, the winner of the Macaroni and Cheese Festival, the winning mac and cheese. We need to know the name of the winning chef for 2018 and where they work.
Oh, shoot. I want to say Greg Wangard for the Paso Robles Public Schools.
Good. We'll take it.
We are?
Yeah.
right.
It's the Paso Unified School District, but...
And it's Wangard.
Yeah.
But it's close enough.
I know.
Okay, Jeremy.
The fact that you knew that is pretty incredible.
Wow, you're doing very well.
What question was that? 4?
That was question number 4. No, so we have question number 1, which was the Vinyl 4. Question number 2, which was who was the man in the box?
Labeled these.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're on question number 4.
No, we just did. That was question number 4 right there because we
did question number 1, Vinyl 4. Question number 2, who was the man in the box? Question number 3, who was the mac and cheese champion?
Didn't we ask one in between there? Or was I thinking about it? No. Broad Street Public House.
Oh, Broad Street Public House.
Yeah. So that was number 4. Wow. God, dude. I'm pretty impressed, Kevin. Let's go with
I didn't think it was going to go this well so fast.
What personal item of hers is Jeremy's wife, I should say, is he not allowed to use?
Oh, yeah. She gets really mad if I use this.
What personal
item of hers is he not allowed to use?
Yeah.
Her loofah.
Loofah is incorrect, but good guess.
I hate those things. They're disgusting. They're disgusting.
Hey, you got all the way to number 5, dude.
All right, so we were to number 4, right?
Well, number 5, we asked number 5, but we've gotten through number 4.
See, I'm looking at this list and it's not numbered, so I'm confused.
Yeah, this is what you're going to have to do.
Okay, so he answered question number 1. He answered question number 2, which was
who was the man of the box?
Yes, and then he got Matt's Broad Street Public House. And then question 3 was Greg Wangard.
No, question 4 was Greg Wangard.
What was question 3?
Question 3 was the Broad Street Public House.
Okay, all right.
So you got the order right. You're just not getting the numbers right, but that's fine. I mean,
and then
we didn't expect this to happen.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out later. Apparently,
listen.
What was question number 4?
Question number 4 was
Greg Wangard.
Yeah, can you name?
Question number 5 is what personal item does my wife refuse?
I thought you said
let me use.
I thought you said.
I now know what it is because I remember where she works.
Okay,
well, you're giving it away.
Keep that in your. Keep that.
Yeah, you want to keep it quiet in case you can get back through tomorrow.
Did you think we were just going to be like, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and accept that? Nope, not the case. Oh, no. You already gave us your answer. It was loofah, and that is incorrect.
All right. Goodbye, Kevin.
Goodbye.
He did well, though.
He did do well.
All right. So, anyways, this podcast will be be found every day on the Jeff and Jeremy page at KZOZ.com.
Trust me, today's is worth listening to and writing down notes as you're going along.
Is it on the 12 Days of Christmas page or the Jeff and Jeremy page?
It's on the 12 Days of Christmas page. So all you have to do is click on the 12 Days of Christmas when you go there. Or the best way to deal with it is subscribe to the podcast. You subscribe to the podcast when it gets uploaded at sometime around noon today. It gets delivered to you. You listen to it on the way home, and you make mental notes of what the answers were to the first 4 questions because he got us 1/3 of the way through the 12 Days of Christmas.
Now, Amy writes in, and she goes, well, okay, well, what is day 3 and 4? Listen, we don't reveal the prizes for the days until it's day 3. So tomorrow we'll reveal day 3. Today we're talking about day 2, which is these 2 great remote control toys from Hobby Headquarters. We got Marlon in from Hobby Headquarters in Atascadero. What I love about when Marlon comes in, Jeff, is he always brings other fun stuff and he flies it around the office. What else did you bring, Marlon?
I brought a blade. They call it a switch, and what it does is it starts off as a hovercraft, so you can like drive it around, like a regular hovercraft does.
Okay.
And then
on water or land?
They claim it'll go on water. I don't know that I'd personally do it, but yeah, in the video they show it that you can. Then you can take the parts off of it that actually make it go, and it turns into a quadcopter.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of does both. They call it a switch, so it goes back and forth.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it can be land or air.
Yeah. It's cute little thing. It's made of the body of the base of it is foam, but the chassis itself pops right off. And
so you're going to fly that around a little bit?
Yeah, we can here in a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Pop it off
so that hover dynamic of it, what will it hover on? What is the best surface for it to hover on?
The best would be like hardwood floor.
Yeah.
Something really hard and smooth. Yeah.
Laminate, hardwood, tile.
Something like that.
What kind of clearance does it get on that kind of surface?
Not much, maybe 1/8 inch tops. Yeah, and in the carpet in here, it would run around in here too. Yep.
It would?
No problem. Oh yeah.
It would?
Yeah.
That's incredible. Because we have carpet.
Sucker.
I mean, that's like, you wouldn't think that would work.
Yeah, it's they kind of made it so it's a little versatile with that. So,
and this is the
called the Blade Switch.
Blade Switch, and it's from Horizon
by Horizon Hobbies is who actually produces it. The product itself is an E-Flight line that they have. So
that'd be fun for a little kid, like I don't know, 12 years old, 10 years old, and then they
43.
Or 43, yeah, right. Last year you brought in something like a little quadcopter, and you let me take it home, and I have a blast with it. I still have it. I haven't destroyed it. Oh. And what I was impressed with was how indestructible the things are. They're very durable now. Yeah, when we were kids, I'm 40, so 25, 30 years ago, these things would break all the time. Nowadays, they're the way they make them, very indestructible.
Yeah, you can beat on them pretty well before they'll actually quit. So, yeah, they do pretty well. They're making them a little more bulletproof kind of every year. And kind of like these items here, most of these are made of like a boogie board foam. So if you ever mess with a boogie board, you can beat the snot out of a boogie board. So
right.
The plane, the convergence is made of that.
And the blades are kind of like, they're flexible. They're not just going to snap off if they hit something.
Like this is actually kind of neat with this new design. It has like a cage around it. So it's like
it protects the blade from being exposed.
So if you hit something, it's not going to immediately smack the blades, and so it makes it last a lot longer. So.
Do you, this time of year, I want to talk to somebody in your line of work, because is it a challenge? Because hobbies are very personal, right? I mean, like everybody's got a hobby enthusiast in their family.
Oh yeah,
and it's great because that person is easy to buy for in theory, but
sometimes.
But when you try to buy for that person without getting some sort of consultation, you miss the mark.
Yeah, sometimes
hugely.
That can be tough. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, oh yeah, my cousin likes RC cars. I just go buy him an RC car. If I go online or I go to a retailer that I'm comfortable with, probably not going to get the job done.
Yeah,
because they're an enthusiast, and I just know them as an enthusiast, and that I just know the surface of it. It gets more in depth than that, right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot more serious products out there. There's a lot of how you say toy level out there, and what we deal is a little more on the serious line. Yeah.
Right.
So stuff that's repairable, stuff that's it's not going to be trash if you do eventually break it, because a lot of times guys are jumping these off of over houses, and they'll get as elaborate as you can imagine, and if you do break them, they are fixable. They're not junk. You're not having to, like a lot of your toy line, you have to send them to the manufacturer and then have them repair it and then send it back 3 weeks later,
and
or whatever it may end up being.
Because there's nothing fun. You lose interest.
Sitting idle, you'll lose interest in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So which makes it great for you guys to be around here. One, because there's nothing like what you guys do.
We're one of the few shops around, and you know what? It's all contributed to our customers. And you know what? Derek and I would both like to send out just a heartfelt thank you to all of our customers. We've been around here. We just celebrated our 15th year in business.
Congratulations.
And,
that's awesome.
So, you know what? A big thank you to all the people. And, there's a lot of great people in this county. We see, a lot of people think we just kind of sit behind the counter. We're selling toys all day long. That's kind of what we do. And then part of that is in there. But, we get to see the neat part of it where mom, dad, and the kids come in, so they're using the hobby as a family interaction, and that's the cool part, and then grandpa has his, or, and either you hear about the family rivalry because of the cars, and it can be that or planes or whatever else. So we get to see a lot of the good side of it. But yeah, there's a lot of great people in this.
Well, I mean, grown men love these things. Like Jeff said, 43, but my stepdad's 64.
Oh yeah,
and this is what he wants right here. He wants a drone. I might have to come see you and pick up one of these things.
They do
for him because
they do pretty well. That thing has a 720 camera on it, 720p HD camera.
Oh wow,
yeah, and so this weighs just under 1.5 pounds, and with a six axis gyro on it, it'll keep itself level, and then it actually holds on to your iDevice or whatever type of phone you have. It'll actually the controller holds on to it. And so it allows you to take off and kind of be a little more relaxed while you're doing the flying, because it's kind of doing it on its own. So it's kind of cool. And then as well, it does the, for video and photo, you can put a micro SD card in it and it'll record all of that.
What's the range on this thing? How far can you fly?
I don't know that I'd go much more than a couple blocks at most. But yeah, most of their radios will go close to a mile.
Yeah, I mean, because a lot of, you go out and you see this, and I've researched these things, and a lot of them start at 7, 8, 9, 12, 2,000. I mean, you can get crazy with drones. But if you're getting somebody pretty much their first drone, this would be great. So what is this, perfect. $250?
Yes, right in there, $250 exactly. And we're able to do all kinds of stuff with this particular quad, other than just the video and the photo. But you can basically do whatever as far as like videography and stuff like that. It's nice and smooth, so you can play with that. But you can kind of use it pretty much anywhere that it's legal to do that too.
Oh yeah, there is some kind of responsibility with drones nowadays too.
Yeah, there's certain areas.
Don't fly by the airports.
Yeah, exactly. There's some of the common sense stuff like that kind of goes out the window with some people. But yeah.
Don't fly them into fire areas.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, hopefully we have to deal with that for a while.
Right, and then the convergence here is another kind of a neat option as far as the model goes. With these having some of these have GPS on. This is another one that has self-leveling on it. Yeah, it takes off vertically, and then once it's in the air, then you can flip a switch on the controller, and then it ends up going into a forward flight airplane. So, and then when you want to land, the blades pitch back upwards, and then that allows you to bring it in and actually land it. So
now, do these things with some of the drones, when you fly them up in the air and you let your hands off the actual controls of flying it, it'll just hover at one spot?
It will stay in one spot.
This will do that as well?
That one actually will stay in a general area. It doesn't have GPS on it, which is where your higher end ones, you can spend $1,500 on something that will literally stay in one exact spot. I walk up to it and push it, and it'll come back to that spot. It's pretty cool. But this one specifically, it'll hold a decent spot in the area. So yeah, you don't
have to keep your hand or your thumb on the throttle.
No, it'll actually stay in that altitude where it has an altitude hold. So it'll actually keep there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So what's neat is if you got a little guy, or maybe you're just wanting to get into hobbies and you're an adult, and this is probably a good place for you to start.
That's perfect. Yeah, this one's that one's 390 millimeters between. They actually measure it diagonally between the two center motor shafts. So 390 millimeters big as far as the size there. So yeah, a lot of fun. These do really well. We're seeing a lot of neat products coming through. So we have a mess of cars. We sell a ton of cars too. Electric is probably more dominant than the nitro or the gasoline cars. Just because of how well the technologies come with batteries and motors and stuff like that.
How long does the battery last nowadays? I remember I used to be able to play with my little remote control car for maybe 7 minutes, and then I'd have to, because you got to go full throttle, and it would go 40, 50 miles an hour, but for maybe 5 minutes, and then it would be done.
Anymore, a lot of these, you can get pretty good sized batteries that last upwards of 20, 25 minutes. A lot of it has to do with how much trigger you're putting into it. So, but with the faster cars, you can still get close to 20 minutes out of them. So yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, it does pretty well.
Do you, since you're the only hobby place for I think it's 100-mile radius or more,
do
you find that you know as much about people's projects that they're working on, like some of your regular customers, as
Sometimes.
they do? Like Bill comes walking in the door, and you're like, "Oh, you need this," and you just have it out for him. Like a bartender knows his
Somebody's drink,
regular clientele's drink.
Yeah, especially Bill. Yeah, you know what? We end up, exactly, having to kind of walk through their project
That's
with
cool.
them. It's just kind of neat where we can help them with the whatever
That's gotta be
products
fun
they
for
need
you,
for
too.
it. It is too. Yeah, when we actually get to hear about the
You're like the
how
manager.
it's going.
You're like the manager of somebody else's hobby
Exactly.
life.
How did that work? And sometimes it's good. Most of the time it's good. But sometimes there's that one instance.
Marlon's here from Hobby Headquarters in Atascadero. They really are the only headquarters hobby shop in the area. Before you go, though, will you talk about just real quickly all the different areas of hobby stuff that you guys carry? Somebody wanted to know if you guys carry paintball stuff.
We do paintball guns and a lot of the parts. So from paint itself to the tanks and the gear for it to masks and all that kind of stuff. As well, then airsoft guns. We do airsoft too, so your higher end type stuff you won't typically see in like your Walmarts, Kmart's, the stuff that's going to hold up a lot better. It's repairable too. So airsoft guns, rifles, and pistols and stuff like that. Also, the cars itself, and then we do a lot of helicopters. So standard type helicopters to like these quadcopters like these. There's also the racing drone that's out there, which is really popular. What's the
racing drone do?
Racing drones are they're smaller, like about a 6 to 8 inch, across quad, and they're extremely fast, like 70 to 90 miles an hour. Some of these guys are hitting 100 miles an hour with some of these. And do they have competitions where people fly them?
Oh, wow.
Exactly. Yeah, you can check it out on. There's tons of that on the internet. Yeah, we sell parts and stuff like that, so you can physically build one. There's a lot of guys building or buying them pre-assembled anymore because these companies are realizing, hey, this is probably it's a lot easier to get them going when they're pre-assembled. So yeah, we do a lot of that. But yeah, that's the gist. We also do plastic models and rockets, and as far
Pretty
as
much
the old school plastic ones you put together and paint and all that, and then as well the rockets.
Like the Cub Scouts, they go out and they shoot those off in the field, or just,
exactly. Something like to.
All right, very cool.
You name it, check it out. I
mean,
it's worth at least a stop by if you've got young ones that are
young, old,
showing interest in some kind of hobby. Make sure to stop by Hobby Headquarters, and that's why it's the headquarters, because they've got it all.
We add another $500 in prizes to the 12 Days of Christmas today with the 2 remote control toys from Hobby Headquarters. They're in Atascadero. Give the address.
8645 El Camino Real in Atascadero.
All right, man. Thanks for being a part of this again. How many years have you been doing it now?
I think this is 3, 4, right?
Fourth? I think this might be the 4th year,
Yep. We love it, and we got great feedback from the people who win.
Yeah, good. No,
either they keep it for themselves.
I kind of wondered about that, actually.
They keep it for themselves, or they know somebody in their family, and they could use an option for gift giving. So it's nice.
Cool.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube, and Podbean by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.